Welcome to The Rounds. I'm here today with Dr. Louisa Mook, one of our chief residents at Seattle Children's. We're here today to talk about our strategic initiative, Team of the Future, and specifically focusing on training the next generation of providers. So one of the great things about Seattle Children's is not only just the clinical care, but we're here to train the next generation of providers, and the residency program is a huge part of that. Can you give me a sense of the residency program, why it's so important?
I think that the residents are, they're sort of on the front lines of medical care, and our hospital's unique in that residents really care for the majority of patients that come into this hospital. And so we are training the next generation of pediatricians who end up really being leaders in child health.
We'll have some team members that still don't understand the role of a resident.
Yeah.
So let's even talk about that. So a resident is a doctor,
yeah,
graduated from medical school.
So you finish your 4 years of medical school, you decide, hey, I want to be a pediatrician, and then you end up in a training program to do that. And so residents come here as their first year fresh out of medical school, first year doctor, and over the 3-year period we train them to be board certified pediatricians.
I know this is an incredibly competitive residency, so I'll use the stat that I just heard, 1,400 applicants for our 42 spots. What makes the program so competitive, and maybe even for you, why was it the place that you wanted to come?
So I think our reputation as a hospital is one big part. We consistently are in the top 10 as a pediatric hospital, and so that attracts people. But I think there's some unique things about Seattle Children's that certainly attracted me here. There are very few children's hospitals that are as excellent as Seattle Children's that give you the incredible quaternary training experience, but also put you out into the WAMI region and give you rural experience. So every single resident spends 2 months in the WAMI region functioning as a primary member of a pediatric clinic that we've been working with for decades. So they really know residents. That experience is unique. We're the only program in the country that offers that, and it gives you a better sense of where patients are coming from. And so the balance of really understanding what it's like to be a pediatrician in the community while also getting the exposure to the incredible diversity that we see with illness and pathology here, I think is a really unique part of our training.
As we talk in our strategic plan about Team of the Future and part of our culture shift to be less hierarchical, and as you think about being a resident or working with nurses and frontline staff, how do we get the best ideas out of our team members who are there every day working together?
Oh, I think that that's really important. You realize that it's really the people that are doing the work that know how to make things better, right? Because they're the ones that are in the thick of it every day. And so, there's always time constraints and reasons why people feel like they can't escalate those ideas. But I think that the more we empower people to do that, we're just going to make a better hospital and provide better care.
Our role is not just taking care of kids when they get sick and coming to the hospital, but how we can really impact all of children's health and hopefully keep them healthy. How important do you feel like that's to our role to really be in the community and really helping kids stay healthy?
What happens to a child in the hospital is a fraction of what impacts their health overall. The majority of their time is spent in their home and school. And so I think we're missing the boat if we're not thinking about what's happening to our kids before and after they come into the hospital. We're really well poised in the community as a community leader and an organization with a lot of support in place to really make an impact in the broader community. And I think that it's our moral obligation to continue to do that.
Thank you for everything that you've done to make such an impact here. And I'm excited that you will go out as one of our representatives as well.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap.